start. What's up, guys? This is going to be my month 5 progress report for starting my own private soccer training company. If you're starting your own private soccer training company, starting your own training company, starting your own business of any kind, this video is going to be great for you. I'm going to be going over the goals that I had from last month for the month of June, how I did on those. I'm going to be going over my wins and my losses from this last month, and then I'm also going to be going over the goals that I have for the month of July, this month that we're in now. And it's honestly just going to be a lot of great insight into what you all of the struggles you go through starting your own company. And honestly, just some really cool stuff. I've got some really cool stuff to share, so stay tuned. We're going to hop right into it. To start out, we're going to go, these are the goals that I had for last month. So starting off, spend less time on editing, okay? Definitely spent less time editing. I'd say the biggest thing that happened for me in the month of June was I hired a social media manager, and that was the second goal that I had here. Figure out how it would look to hire a social media manager. And it says this is going to save me so much time because one of my losses last month was I spent too much time on editing. So I figured this out. I'm one of the moms of the kids that I train. She actually does social media. We kind of figured out a deal, and I'm paying her $400 per month to do all of my my managing with my posts on my Instagram, TikTok, and then we do a little bit of extra stuff on the side with my YouTube, and I'll get a little bit more into that. But another one of my goals was try to get more group sessions to make more money per hour. I definitely also succeeded with this goal. I got more group sessions, not nearly to where I want to get to, because as I'm going to talk about later, one of my losses this month was actually I was too tired. I was spending too much time, I felt, doing trainings, and maybe not enough money per hour that I was spent doing, because you only have so much that you can do. So I've got to figure out a solution to that. But overall, yes, I definitely spent a lot more time doing group sessions, which helped me make some more money while I was out there, but still got to get to where I'm doing even more group sessions. Figuring out how continuing to focus on my long-term vision instead of just getting as many privates and group sessions in as possible. Well, yes and no. I only had half a month this month. As you can see my calendar right here, I actually, if this is the month of June, literally from the 19th to the 4th, I was out of town. So I only had like the very beginning of this month and I to do training sessions. So that made it a lot harder. So I was really trying to maximize on my sessions instead of my business, because I only had so much time in that month that I could make money. And definitely we're going to have to get out of that cycle to where I'm just straight up trading time for money, because that's really what I'm doing right now. So I'm going to have to figure that out somehow. So definitely, I would say sort of with this one, like I figured I focus on my long-term vision when it comes to hiring a social media manager, because I'm going to need that in the long term anyways. But still have a lot to work on that. How I'm going to survive come fall. This is literally the biggest thing that I'm having to figure out right now. And I did focus on it a little bit when it comes to like a hybrid training method, either some online focused trainings, but online training schedules, um, online training courses, mindset training, all this different stuff. But I've got a lot more to focus on. Um, focus on social media vision, either course or community. That kind of goes along with that other one. Prioritize time better. I'd say I prioritize my time a little bit better, but I'm still catching. I mean, I was so tired that it was hard for me to focus on what I needed to focus on when I was outside of training. So that was probably a problem. Um, Figure out sort of a plan. I haven't really gotten there. Have not been planning, so I didn't really meet that goal. I did learn about my taxes, and I know exactly how much I'm going to need to set aside, and how I'm going to actually manage that money. Start thinking about hiring. I have thought about hiring, and I've thought about systems, and I'll kind of go into that. But really quick, I'm going to show how much I made real quick. So for the month of June, I made 1,500. But as you can see, if you look at my calendar, that was made only in the beginning. I only worked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 days. So 9 days, 1,500. That's pretty good. I would say for sure, because this month of May, although I went down, Well, in April I ran 2 clinics, so I haven't been doing clinics. But when it comes to just my consistent private training, April and May I had the full months pretty much. In June I did not at all, and by any means, have the full month. I only had like six. I mean, only half the month really, and then a lot of other stuff I was working on, like social media manager, stuff like that. So definitely still feel really proud of that. When it comes to taxes, I did figure out how to manage my taxes. Setting aside a certain amount of money, I'd put it all in like the spreadsheet. So that was a pretty good thing to figure out and feel more confident about how much money I'm going to need to set aside for my taxes. Alrighty, now moving into my wins for this month. Like I said, I hired a social media manager. I figured out a workable system for filming and creating content. So I'm gonna we got a shared Dropbox that I kind of film all of my content in. She has access to it, so she kind of pulls from those, makes a lot of videos. As you can see here, I mean she's posting tons of videos on my account now. Every single one of these is her. I mean, let me June. I mean, she's posting crazy amounts. So she started here on June 8th, and it is July 8th right now. Look how many posts she posted. Absolutely amazing. We're getting tons of posts in, so that's really good. I learned a lot. I did have a lot more groups using Sign Up Genius. I've really been figuring out Sign Up Genius. Learned about my tax, like I said. I had a YouTube video right here actually sort of take off. I posted about drills for speed and agility. Got 5.1K views, and then it brought me up to 117 subscribers. I was at like 4 subscribers, as you can see, 5 views. She's also helping me edit these videos, so this was actually her edited, my social media manager. I had to pay a little bit extra for the YouTube video to be edited, but definitely worth it. I mean, as you can see. I made last month's income in pretty much half a month. Like as you can see, in only half a month, I still made that 1,500. So we're still balling there. Losses. I didn't do my YouTube shorts. I don't know why I'm not doing. I need to hop on the YouTube shorts. Really figure that. I don't know why. I felt like I was working more hours than I should have. Not necessarily working more. I'm willing to work obviously as much as possible, but on the field training, I need to like optimize. Okay, multiple big group sessions today, and then I'm gonna have like 2 to 3 days off, so where I can really focus on my business, recording, film, because that stuff at the end of the day is more important right now. Focusing on systems instead of just making money. You know what I mean? Felt tired all the time. Like I said, I mean, I was really working tons of training hours during that amount of time, is also along with my coaching. So felt really tired. I didn't record my talking videos, and what I mean by this is I didn't the videos that my brand being beyond the pitch, I want to also really include stuff like health and diet and mindset in all of my social media, and I didn't record that for her to edit and make my reels for. So definitely going to be doing that coming up this next month. And then I still have not figured out enough systems and processes. I really need to work on systems and processes to get everything running smoothly, and to where like, hey, if I step out of the business, if this thing was still to somehow make me money in any way, whether that was through online, anything, that would be really, really cool to see happen. And then moving forward, my July goals. So for this month of July, pretty big goals. Well, not big, but really important. Need to continue working with my social media manager and talking strategy. So we didn't quite hit the views that she thought we were going to hit, but that's completely okay, because I mean it's all a process, and she's doing absolutely amazing. So thankful. So we're just going to continue working with her and talking a little bit more strategy on how we're going to shape my online presence to match kind of who I am and where my vision is. Figure out how to make my content better. Like I said, yeah, we got to figure out how to get it more value from my content to attract more people. I need to get on and post those YouTube shorts. Basically, just going to post the same ones that I have from Instagram and TikTok. I'm going to post one YouTube video. That's going to be on the Monday the 20th, the Monday the 27th. One's going to be like a health and mindset one. One's going to be a like soccer specific one, because I want to go back and forth with those on my YouTube. I'm gonna record my talking videos a lot more this month for my social media manager to edit. Uh, I also want to try just like hopping in on TikTok, on Instagram Reels, and just kind of recording me talking, whether that's in a car, anywhere, because I feel like TikTok kind of pushes those out, and I feel like I have a lot of passion sometimes and could talk about something that would catch people's attention. Um, I need to get a schedule created for this month and put that out for everyone to see, and that's going to be my big group trainings moving forward. Uh, And then, yeah, just continue to focus on my long term vision. That's the same as last time. Figure out how I'm going to survive come fall. Also, the same as last time. Same with the community or whatever, with the social media vision. Same with prioritizing my time better. I need to continue working on these things as well as figure out some sort of plan and hiring. So, all of these goals at the bottom were kind of the exact same. I copy and paste them over because, I mean, they're going to be ongoing goals that I'm going to continue to have to figure out. It has to do with my vision and my long-term goals, which are not just a one and done thing. You know what I mean? But all right, yeah, that's gonna be the the video for today. Really, I mean, I'm feeling pretty confident. Is anything else I was gonna show? Um, no, I think that was, yeah. So doing pretty well. Really excited moving forward. I've got a lot to do, and especially because I got back July 4th. It's July 8th, or I got back to like July 5th, and then I was sick, so I'm just recovering from a sickness. That's how you can see this. How I'm kind of talking. I feel not the best, but moving forward, I mean, starting this week, and I mean, I'm have to hop right into it, working hard, getting everything figured out, dialed in. So yeah, hopefully we can do well this month, and compete with last month. How's it going?